Hello, everyone, and welcome to the midweek weather update. This is Flagler Weather Info, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So, a quick look at our forecast as we go through the next several days. The good news is, with the drought situation we have going on, that the rain chances will be increasing with a pretty much focusing in the afternoon and evenings, Thursday and Friday, showers and thunderstorms. The mornings will probably start off sunny, but showers and storms breaking out in the afternoon and evenings. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. Of course, those temperatures will be a little warmer near the beaches at night. And as we get into Saturday and Sunday, look for more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. And again, the odd storm could be strong on any one of these days, maybe more so towards the weekend. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. So let's get into what's going on here. So first, National Weather Service is telling us that there is a potential for some heavy rainfall right through the 13th of May. And so waves of heavy rain will impact the region, including Flagler County. This rainy pattern has already started, and localized flooding risk may increase. Now, why is that? Because we're in a drought. How can we flood? Well, look at these rainfall totals here. So 7-day rainfall for us, 4 to 8 inches. That means anywhere in this orange area here, we could see 4 to 8 inches of rain. Now, spreading that across 7 days, that's not really that big of a deal for us. If we start getting up towards 8 inches, though, some places could have some problems. And if we get a lot of rain in a short period of time, like if we get 2-3 inches of rain within an hour, then that will cause some short-term flooding. Now, the one thing I want to draw attention to is there is a potential for 10 to 15 inches of rain. Very small chance of that, but there is a potential of 10 to 15 inches of rain in the next 7 days. That's equivalent to what Hurricane Michael brought us, but not all at the same time. Again, I want to make sure we indicate we're talking about 7-day total here. So, but this will be monitored. This forecast can adjust and be tweaked and changed. So we'll stay up to date and keep you updated as well. So there is a potential for strong or severe thunderstorms on Thursday. That's what this dark green area means. That's the lowest level of risk. It's called marginal risk. You notice here there's a 5-tier system with pink being the highest risk. That's your level 5 there, high risk. That's as high as it can get, but we're at marginal risk, which is the lowest level, meaning that anywhere in this dark green area, you could see 1 or 2 strong or severe storms amongst all the other showers and thunderstorms that we're bubbling about. And then this continues into Friday, and then again, a few storms could be strong or severe anywhere in the shaded area. Because Flagler County is in the shaded area, we are in that risk area. That does not guarantee that we will see strong or severe storms. It means anywhere in this dark green area, there could be a handful of them out there someplace. Again, this is the lowest level of risk, and I've seen some comments from the National Weather Service that these risk levels will likely continue into the weekend, maybe even increasing into the weekend. We'll have to see how that shakes out. So that's from the National Weather Service. Again, a reminder, you can get alerted by signing up for Alert Flagler. FlaglerCounty.gov/Alert Flagler is completely free to sign up, and it will call you whenever there's a severe weather warning issued in your neighborhood. So that's what that is for, and it's completely free. Good way to get notified of any severe storms. So just an update that the burn ban has been extended through May 14th. Even though it has been raining, those drought index numbers, which we'll talk about here in just a minute, are still quite high. So, this includes burning of any yard debris or anything like that. You can grill, but as long as you stay with your grill. So that's the main thing with that. So again, that burn ban remains in force. Now let's see if all this rain materializes like it's forecast to do. If that indeed does happen, they might be able to let this go after May 14th. We will have to wait and see. That is something that we'll have to wait and see. So why are we getting all this unsettled weather? Well, we do have a front that is kind of stalled across the southeast and another one kind of catching up with it. Little disturbances such as this one moving across the state of Florida. But as we get towards Friday, and that's going to persist into Friday, but when we get into Friday, low pressure system organizes out here on the Gulf Coast, then moves through the region, and that will also give us more unsettled weather. Again, exactly how that low pressure forms, where it goes, how strong it gets, all of that will determine how the weather plays out here locally in Flagler County. But it will move basically along the front. The front's wobbling around. So again, that's one of those things we'll have to kind of monitor. And that forecast will get fine-tuned as that begins to come together. So through Friday, expect kind of like your afternoon and evening summertime thunderstorms that you would typically see during your afternoon and evening, during the summertime, where it's sunny in the morning, then the big clouds build up, and then you have outbreaks of scattered showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. 1 and 2 could be strong, and high temperatures mid 80s, depending how much sunshine can get out. Low temperatures 65 to 70, warmer at the beaches. Now, as we get into the weekend, at least right now, it looks like that the rain will be more widespread. So it won't rain the entire time. There'll be breaks in the action. The sun could even come out for a while, but then you could get a good solid spell of rain, light to moderate, maybe even some heavy rain, maybe some thundery rain. And again, some storms could be strong. Highs generally peaking near 85 degrees. That is dependent how much sunshine gets out. If there's lots of clouds and rain, it might not even get to 80, but we'll have to see how that happens. And then near 65 to 70, again, warmer at the beaches as we go from Saturday into Monday. So looking rather unsettled as we go through the weekend. Now, looking at long-range forecast, look for near normal temperatures and above normal precipitation as we go into the middle part of May. And then as we go into the mid to latter part of May, look for temperatures to be above normal, and then we flip back to below normal precipitation. Again, we got some outdoor events on May 17th going on, so that might give them a break. We'll have to see how that plays out. Even longer long range, 3 to 4 weeks. This takes us into the end of May, early part of June, and we're looking at temperatures generally above normal, and we're also looking at near normal precipitation chances for us in that time frame. Now, looking at wildfires right now, there's only 2 contained wildfires in Flagler County being monitored. That's the smaller of the 2. If I remember correctly, that was maybe less than 3 acres. The 250-acre one we had a couple weeks ago was right here. Both are contained. Both are being monitored by Florida Forest Service. We don't have anything threatening in the county. Let's talk about wildfire concerns, though. There is still a significant risk of wildfire as we go through the rest of May. Of course, if we get a lot of that rain, that might put a damper on this. That'll be good news if it does, but this is at least in place through May. So this is from the Interagency Fire Center. Now, our Florida Forest Service drought index numbers, we are looking at a drought index of 574. Remember, the drought index goes from 0 to 800. 574 is closing in on 600. And when we get above 500 is we start seeing problems. We'll see if we get all this rain that we're supposed to get. If that materializes, maybe we can start to mitigate this just a little bit. So at the beaches, surf 2 to 4 feet, surf temperature 76 degrees, moderate rip current risk, UV index very high. So that's going to wrap it up again. Thank you for joining us. Of course, we have a TikTok feed. We're on Instagram, Twitter, X, and of course YouTube. If you're watching this, you're on YouTube. Latest updates, of course, at any time you go to weather.gov/Jax. That's going to wrap it up. Everybody out there, have a great day.